Spend my nights at the strip club.
Hey, what's good, guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. This, my friends, must have been the Harden shoe that you were looking for when we did that last video. I thought that was pretty funny. Nobody else did.
Oops, sorry.
Now, before we get started into the detailed look and everything, you know, these guys right here, this isn't quite what I was thinking Yeezy would do when they made a basketball shoe. This was more along the lines because it looks kind of like a 350, especially when you pull out the insides. Because you got that little hovercraft thing and all that stuff. Now, these guys right here, like I was saying, is the brand new Harden shoe. So this is the James Harden Volume 5 or the Adidas Harden Volume 5. No, they won't get you any extra goodies if you go to a strip club or anything like that. I think that's reserved for those with the beard. I have mixed feelings about these. I have like really high expectations for them, but just having them in hand and on foot and all that stuff, I'm like really let down already. I haven't even like walked onto a basketball court with them. So I'm gonna break it down right now. So first things first, the men behind the design is probably the main reason why I have elevated expectations for these. So if you loved the Why Not 02, Jay did these. Also, Ken Link. Ken Link's kind of, I don't want to call him a legend, but he's pretty high up there in the rankings of great shoes that he's designed and everything. He's designed, you know, some of the earlier Kobe's, specifically the 1 and the 2. And as you guys know, the 1 Protro, I still think that's like one of the best shoes in the last few years. He's done those. He's done the LeBron like 2 through 6. He's done one of my favorite models of all time, the LeBron Soldier 3. He's also done the earlier 2, which were not my favorite, but he's done some great shoes like the Zoom Rebus, some of the earlier Trout shoes. He's been a head honcho over at Nike. He's been a head honcho over at Jordan Brand. So again, having those two guys, those brains, those minds come together like Voltron or Captain Planet. Go Planet! You know, whichever one. I'm just a little sad right now. So as far as the traction is concerned, I don't know. It might do good, it might not. I'm not sure. The main thing though is that the shoe's overall flexibility is heavily lacking. Now, I can't move in these things and it's just really weird. But we're gonna get into the cushion real quick, and that's what this guy's all about. This is a drop-in, and yes, we've seen this before, most notably over at Nike. I believe that they did it first. Oh no, actually it was Jordan Brand. Jordan Brand released it first. I don't know if they came up with it first, but it was the Jordan 2011, then it was the Kobe 7. They could have been designed one after the other or whatever, and Jordan Brand just came to market first. I'm not sure. I know that Jordan Brand typically, not always, but Jordan Brand typically will take Nike's tech. That's part of the contract. It's part of the deal. So in my mind, it was probably Nike stuff first, and then Jordan Brand just released it first. But you know, those are the two shoes that in my head, I believe did them first. Although you might be able to consider like the LeBron 4, the Flight Posit 1, that's way back in 99. It just depends on your level of drop-in. Now, what this guy actually offers is quite a bit different than something like, first off, the weight difference is incredibly different. It's just too much. This is too much of the same color. You can't even see it. I'm sorry, man. This was the first Kobe that I was able to just grab real quick. Can they see it? Is it just blending in?
No, you can
It's
see
like
it.
this. This is good. This is Lunar. And then this guy right here is Light Strike as the carrier. And then inside it clearly states Boost. The Boost is just a really thin, it's like those Hefe Lux insoles. There are some really interesting things though, like this piece right here, it's vinyl. It's just weird because it's just glued on there, but it does have crazy torsional support. Like this right here, like you could do anything with it. You could stick that in your pocket. This, damn, it's a really stiff at the midfoot, and then the little chicken feet looking thing in the front, it's got like a little bit of flex to it. So like when you do this and it springs, so I believe it's supposed to mimic a spring plate while adding torsional support, because you can't twist this up like you can with this one. Some people right off the bat are gonna love that. Also, there's liner on this where there's none on this. This has that bumpy stuff. I actually don't like this. You get used to it, but I'd prefer something like this, which they had on the Kobe 7, but it peeled right away. Those are the main differences. Can you put this? That's what I was mostly worried about. Like if Adidas was going to eventually come out with a drop-in, which clearly they have, are people just going to buy this, dump the shell, and put the cushion that they want inside of the Kobe's or whatever? I think that they're different enough. Like these are like really wide, both in the forefoot and in the heel. They're not comparable. If you're able to stuff this in your Kobe somehow, your Kobe's might not be your actual size. I don't know what to tell you, but yeah, so that's pretty much the cushion setup. And then the midsole setup is like really interesting because they fused it to everything. This upper right here is awful, okay? This entire shoe is gonna yellow like crazy. I don't know what kind of piss it's gonna look like in a few years, but all kinds. This upper right here is just the stiffest fucking plastic. What year are we in? Is it 2011? I was just expecting a lot more, like something like a Kobe, but obviously with like certain features that Kobe's lack. And it's clear that there was a higher budget on this model just based off of all the stuff that's on here. But does it work? That's the main thing. You know what I mean? Like, is all the stuff that they put in here gonna be awesome, or is it not? And right now I'm leaning towards, I don't even want to play in these. That's not a good sign. Obviously you could break them in. This is gonna be one of them shoes that you're gonna have to. This one right here does not have the midsole in it, and it's still extremely stiff.
That's what she said.
Like, just this rubber is stiff, and then the side wall is what's fused to the plastic upper. It is melted plastic to itself. I don't think I like that. So right off the bat, man, like, this one has the midsole in it. I can't fucking flex the shoe. I can't. And that's what it's like on feet. My heel keeps coming out of that thing. This wasn't my job. And I walked into a store. I did the same thing to the Curry 7, right? Where you're marketing your two best cushions like this. And then you put the shoe on and you're like, if you see Hover and Micro G together and you've used both separately and you put them on at the same time, you should be like, whoa. You should feel like Captain Planet. Instead, you feel like a dud. This right here, if I would have walked into a store and tried these on, first off, they fit hella big. I bought two because I wasn't sure what size to get. And I don't even know if these won't fit all the way because I can't move in the damn thing. So this is size 9. We're actually going to give these away. We'll talk about that later. Then making the way on up to the upper, like I was saying, like, I like the inside. It's got this like jersey looking material. It's kind of a sock within the shell of hardness. Like, I like that part. I love the interior. There's all these Achilles notches, man. And they all have that like cat tongue. Going down is smooth, going up it's a little rougher and everything. But yeah, so I really like the interior portion and everything, but then we get to this shell and I thought this was gonna be ripstop. It looks like ripstop. I'm serious, guys, like, this is hard. I can open letters with this. I don't know what to think. I love the way that they look. I just don't like the way that they feel right now. And every time I walk in them, my heel feels like it's popping out. This reminds me of an Adidas shoe that I played in before that I like, but I loathe at the same time. The T-Mac 1. It was like 2x4s on your feet, man. All kinds of problems. And again, just to reiterate from earlier, as far as sizing, go down half a size. That's all you got to do. That might be at minimum. Some people might want to go down to full size. It depends on what you or how you like your shoes to fit. But right off the bat, go down at least half a size. You're not a hooper or anything, right? But like, feel the...
No, they're very like...
I'm not exaggerating.
No, it's very thick.
And stiff.
And stiff.
It's
and
everything...
all the that's what she said
Yeah, it's
jokes.
everything that's what she said. And then some. So yeah, so I'm just a little bit disappointed right from the jump. Hopefully they break in. Like I said, it doesn't make me excited to take them out though. Like, that just happened recently with the KT6. There's so much in there. I still haven't worn them yet. I'm just kind of like, I don't know, man. That's a lot of stuff in a shoe.
I will say at least they don't make any weird popping noises. In some of running shoes, when they add in waterproof features, they'll have that weird...
Yeah, because
with every step,
there's a layer.
Yeah, and so that's kind of what I was expecting with them. Mine doesn't have an insole in there. That's why I'm able to.
Yeah, but even then that's stiff, right?
Yeah, there is weird crinkly noises though. But if you're playing basketball, there's so many other noises going on, I'm sure you won't notice.
True. That's if you can move in them.
Yeah.
Because this is the one with the midsole and there's no stuffing or shoe tree. I'm just saying, man, they're fucking stiff.
I feel like I'm trying to open a jar of pickles or something.
Yeah, it's like that sword in the stone, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, gosh, dang, man, like, what the hell? Super stiff. I hope that they break in.
Me too.
Now, as far as, getting all that out of the way, I'm sure that whoever's winning these are so excited. But I'm going to give these to somebody that wears a size 9.5 in our Discord. Our Discord community is awesome. Not only do they have like a great community and atmosphere in there, but they're also the reason why we're able to review all the shoes that we do, because they give us a monthly fee. There's $5, $10 a month, that's it. And then everybody in the $10 category, that's the gold member tier or whatever, they are automatically entered into randomized giveaway, and everybody wins. And once everybody does win, then it resets and we do it again. So it's a surprise shoe, but
Yeah,
I mean,
you don't know what you're getting until your name pops up here.
but
This guy.
last time somebody won these, last time somebody won the Starfish 13s, today somebody's getting these. I mean, that's more than what your $10 is pitching in. And you get all access to us. You can talk to me anytime. A lot of times it's like new creators too. So they're asking like, what's the lighting setup, or how am I doing this? And I'll come in here and I'll show them, I'll give them a little video and be like, this is what we've done. This is why, yada, yada, yada. So just all part of the thing. You know what I mean? You can ask me anything. If you're interested, we'll have a link down below in the description box. I don't really know what else to say about these. I'm just really hoping that the on-court after break-in impression is way better than my initial thoughts.
Have you seen Harden on court in these?
Harden's a bucket in anything though. Like,
I'd like like to study what his feet are doing.
So like he doesn't play a lot of defense, no offense to Harden, but he doesn't. I mean, he's clearly able to get up and down the court. His footwork is nice. Like when he does his Euros, when he actually drives in the lane, it's nice. When he does his like little dribble, pick up, step back, three, he's not really moving anywhere, so it's okay for that. You know what I'm saying? But like my whole thing is like, am I gonna be able to move?
I'd like to see him just walk around the court, basically. Then
He'll be fine. He'll be fine. He's way bigger than me. You know what I mean? He's hella heavy. Well, I mean, like, he's an athlete. He's an athlete. He's taller than me, therefore he's heavier than me. I'm not saying that he's fat. Other people do, which I think is messed up because he's still out there getting buckets.
Yeah.
He could probably be holding a bucket of chicken and still get buckets.
That'd
He's
be
probably
a great
be fine.
commercial.
That would be KFC, Popeyes, hit me up, man.
Yeah.
I got you, man.
I just say that as somebody where, like all of us, we've tried on all kinds of shoes, and there's some shoes where they're super flexible, you move like a ninja, you can't hear anything. Then there's other shoes where you walk around and it sounds like Frankenstein stomping through the place. So I would just like to know how his feet are.
That's the thing though, is that like when people complain about like Kyrie's shoe gets this, it's because he's an athlete, like a real legit muscle pound for pound. He needs this. Do you and I, because as soon as you and I get this, then you start complaining, but yet if you don't get this, then you want what he has just because he has it, but you don't really want it, you just want it. It doesn't make sense to me. So it's like if we're gonna complain about things, like complain like about real things that matter, not just because, well, he got it, why don't I get it? It's not fair. Like it's just like, come on, dude, like you don't even need that.
This kind of reminds me of when girls go to get the new haircut, and you got to remember what your face looks like and what your hair looks like, because just because if you say, I want this haircut, that doesn't make you turn into her. Like,
yeah, you want the Rachel and you wind up looking like Magneto with his helmet on.
exactly. So I think maybe there's kind of that logic, like if I'm wearing a Kyrie, I'm gonna have moves like Kyrie kind of thing.
Well, that's the funny thing. Like you hear people all the time, I'm shifty like Kyrie. I'm like, no, you're not. You might want to be shifty like Kyrie, but nobody's shifty like Kyrie.
And with that being said,
thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all the support. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. If you have played in these,
let me know how you walk.
Please, just please tell me that there is light at the end of the tunnel.
There's hope.
Yeah, like tell me like, bro, they get better. Because then I'm gonna be like, all right, cool. I can't wait to break these in, even though I still don't want to. But if you're gonna sit there and you're gonna leave in the comments being like, bruh, and I'm just being like, man, I don't want to play in it. Thank you so much for everything. I appreciate you guys. And until next time, have a good one. You were a little early, almost early, yeah.